In this video, we'll discuss circular references. Our file will be circular temp. Okay, so you've probably seen circular references sometime in your work if you're a financial analyst, and most people get scared to death by circular references. They're easy to fix though. So what is a circular reference? Suppose you have a spreadsheet with a formula in A1, and that value in A1 is needed to compute the formula in B2. And the value computed by the formula in B2 is needed to compute the formula in C3. And then the value of the formula in C3 is needed to compute the value in A1. See, there's a loop in the logic, and that's why it's called a circular reference. And Excel can resolve these. It's very simple. Okay, to resolve circular references, let me write this down and then we'll do it. Then we'll do two examples. You go to File, Options, Formulas, and check the Enable Iterative Calculations box. And then Excel keeps juggling the numbers by some method called Gauss-Seidel from linear algebra. Juggles the numbers so all the formulas work. So let me just show you this sequence of resolving circular references. File, Options, Formulas, and then Enable Iterative Calculations. Now I want that unchecked to start. Okay, so you'll see the problems you get if you don't check that box. Oh, and number of iterations there. File, Options, Formulas, maximum iterations. You should probably put this on, let's say, 100. So I mean it'll run for a while. Because sometimes it takes a while in a complicated spreadsheet to resolve the references. And people think they've made a mistake when they get circular references, but that's really usually not the case. So here's a problem where it's really pretty straightforward to set up using circular references, but then if you don't know how to resolve them, you can't get the answer. Let's suppose a company gives 10% of their after-tax profits to charity. Their revenues are $1,500, their costs are $1,000. And we've got range names in here. We used everything in the left column C to name column D. And the tax rate is, let's say, 40%. Okay, so what should we give to charity? That's the question. Well, let's be logical, like Dr. Spock, may he rest in peace, the late great Leonard Nimoy. He would always be logical, and Spock would approve of our spreadsheet here. But unless we know how to resolve the circular references, we would really not get the right answer. So let's just be logical. Charity is 10% of after tax. Before tax profits are revenue minus costs minus charity. Okay, after tax profits are 1 minus the tax rate times the before tax profits. Now see, it says we found circular references, and this scares people off. So I click OK. See, remember the auditing tool in the last video? There's our circular reference. What is the circular reference? Charity affects before tax profit, right? The higher your charity you give, the less your before tax profit. Before tax profit affects after tax profit. And after tax profit affects charity. See, there's the loop. C6 affects C7, C7 affects C8, and C8 affects C6. All we've got to do is do the trick that's outlined here. File, Options, Formulas, Enable Iterative Calculations, and Excel juggles the numbers till they work. You can see what we give to charity is now 10% of after-tax profit. So that works absolutely fine. Okay, now let me save this, and then I'm going to start from a blank worksheet and try something else. Okay, so another trick you can do with circular references We'll open up a blank worksheet. And I want to make sure I turn off that circular reference, the setting on the formulas tab that we just did, so you can see we have a circular reference, and then we'll re-put it in. Okay. Now, as far as I know, it's hard to make a spreadsheet start with enable iterative calculations checked. But once you save that in a spreadsheet, it should be saved. But let's suppose you want to average a whole column. So you have monthly sales. So you've got 25, you've got 35, you've got 45. Okay. So average sales. Now remember the trick we had a couple of videos back? You can average a whole column. Average E:(E). And then when you add new data, it will update automatically. That's a circular reference because the average in column E is affected by itself. So I need to resolve that circular reference. So then I would go File, Options, Formulas, Enable Iterative Calculations, and it should work. Maximum change 0.001. Maybe I should make this a little smaller. That'll make it more accurate. If you leave that at 0.001, maybe when the average is 24, 25, you might get 24.99. But by adding a bunch of zeros after the decimal point, it'll be much more accurate. Okay, see, there we go. The average is 35. Let's add another number. So that's 105. We make this a 95. The average should be 50. So you'd have a formula that automatically updates. If you wanted the standard deviation, see, this is really nice. It's really simple. You can, for a whole column of data, you can just, as you add new numbers, all your stats update automatically on that column if you resolve the circular references. Okay, that concludes our discussion of circular references. We'll now go on to something that may be about the most important thing you need to learn to be good at Excel, how to be really clever with if statements. So we're going to have lots of good examples of if statements, and we'll show you the if error function, how the if error function can resolve those horrible NAs you see in VLOOKUPs and NAs that you see in other spreadsheets. So we'll see you on the other side in the next video.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and there's a free course, a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, and all of these videos are coming from one of 3 books. So first, this one, which you can see here at the top of the screen, Microsoft's book, which has 355 reviews, and then it's, let's see, 4.6 stars. It's coming from this book as well, his marketing analytics book, which is down here, and you can sort of see 4.5, or his newest book, his analytics stories book, which is here. And with that one, you can see it's 4 point something, or maybe even 5. I don't think it's 5. Yeah, 4.8. And so yeah, anyways, in the description, there's a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free, and it'll be there. But again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just please let us know. Thanks.